Taking a look now at the Eastern Eyre Netball Association, and of course joining me to do so, as she does each Friday, is Kristy Turnbull. Good to speak with you again, Kristy, after a week off last Friday. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very well. Nice and refreshed after a long weekend. Thanks, Dan.
No doubt. Glad to hear it. And of course, there was no Eastern Eyre Netball on over the long weekend, but there were some teams playing in country champs, including the under-17s playing in some finals.
So we sent just 3 teams to country champs this year, the under-17s, under-15s and under-13s, who all played in a first elimination final, but the under-17s went through to a semi and got knocked out, but had a great hit out there over in Adelaide. And just a quick shout-out and congratulations to 2 of our under-17 girls, Lenny Richardson and Rebecca Sampson, who made the under-17 team of the Carnival. So that's a huge effort for them.
Very good stuff, and it was a great weekend at Country Champs. We'll continue to hear more about that from all of the leagues that we do cover. But Kristy, I'm going to ask you to cast your mind a long way back to the 1st of June to round 6. It does feel like an eternity ago, but there were 2 very good games on in Eastern Eyre Netball 2 weeks ago. Eastern Rangers won a close one over Cowal, 49-44, and Cowal would have to be very happy with that effort.
Yeah, look, the Cowal coach was ecstatic with this effort, and Cowal actually led right up until three-quarter time in this game. From all accounts, they just came out, they were hungry, they wanted that win, they really keen to get a win on the board and got an early jump on Rangers and rattled them a little bit. I don't think Rangers were perhaps expecting the competition from Cowal to be quite so intense. So it took Rangers a little while to settle to that style of game that Cowal were playing. And yeah, they did just come back really well in that last quarter to take that 5-goal win. But the Cowal girls are very happy with their effort and just need to work on their fitness a little bit more to run out 4 quarters of netball. And they'll certainly be contenders to get over the line very soon, I think.
Excellent result there from Cowal. They haven't won a game this season. Eastern Rangers are on top of the ladder at 4-1 and 20% clear of Central Eyre United and Kimber Districts. So a clear top versus bottom contest, and Cowal more than held their own. So that is a great result for them, even though they didn't get the win. And the other game was a genuine thriller. Central Eyre United headed to Kimber and took the win by 1 goal, 49-48.
Yeah, look, another close game, and this would have been a great game to be at for spectators. I think we always love to see these close games. So the Kimber girls came out looking a little bit different on the court to what they did the first time they played Storm, and it took Storm a little while to adjust to that new look Kimber team. And so Kimber actually held the lead again in this game for a fair portion of the game, but Storm just really held their own, really held kept playing a team game and kept chipping away and managed to get over the line by that 1 goal against Kimber. So certainly setting us up for a fabulous competition with these close games.
And they played back in round 1, and Kimber won that one by 10 goals in what was a Central Eyre United home game. So the road team has won both of their matchups this year. And also Eastern Rangers and Cowal played in round 1, and Eastern Rangers won that by 40. So once again, just shows how good that effort was from Cowal. But let's look ahead to round 7. Some more good games on this weekend. Cowal are on the bye. Eastern Rangers hosting Kimber Districts. This is a 1v3 clash, and this one should be a thriller.
Yeah, look, this should be a cracking game. And like you said, Rangers got a clear percentage lead on the ladder over Kimber. And last time these 2 teams met, Rangers had a 14-goal win over Kimber. So, it's going to be an interesting game. Everyone coming in off a long weekend and having a bit of a rest, and both having fairly tight games last week. I think it's going to come down to who can just settle the quickest and who can play a solid 4 quarters of netball out at Rudall between these 2 teams. But I think Rangers are looking the goods this year, and I think they're just going to be a little bit too strong.
All right, tips in for Rangers over Kimber in that one at Rudall. Central Eyre United in the other game at Woodner are hosting Ports. So Central Eyre United certainly will be looking for a win, but Ports, we know they've got a win on the board this year, and they will certainly be hungry for more, and they'll be coming in very fresh after a 2-week break. They had the bye before the long weekend.
Yeah, yep. So Port's very, very fresh. I don't know if it's a good thing coming in off of 2 weeks off always, but they should be well rested and hopefully had a couple of really good trainings and coming up against that Storm side. Yeah, so last time, what did we have? I think we had about 8 goal to Storm's way. like I said, Ports have got a win on the board. They've had some really close, tight contests. But Storm are also playing really good netball, and they've shown that, in that close game against Timber last week. So I think, again, it's going to be a really, really good, well-contested game. But both teams are going to have to be able to play a solid 4 quarters again. And the Ports girls did run out of legs a few weeks ago when they came up against Kimber. They just couldn't quite finish that last quarter of netball. So I think for Ports to be close to Storm this week, they're going to have to run out a solid 4 quarters of netball and play with the intensity that they did at the beginning of the season. So, I think could go either way, but, depending on who plays. My heart's going to go with Ports, I think, but, the Storm girls might just be a little bit too quick.
Always good to tip with your heart. And by the way, you were spot on there. It was indeed Central Eyre United by exactly 8 goals back when they met in round 2. And it was Eastern Rangers beating Kimber Districts in Kimber by 14 goals. So Kimber will have some work to do to catch back up to Rangers this weekend. 2 very good games on the schedule. Enjoy them, Kristy. Good luck to everyone who is playing in the Eastern Eyre Netball Association this weekend. And Kristy, I'll catch you next Friday.
Thanks, Dan. Look forward to it.